Good evening, everyone. It's your favorite reporter, 420 No Reg XX Blaze It here. Tonight, we have an interesting story. A story about how breakers used to run the HoloLands. Now, if you're not familiar, what a breaker is a individual who can hold a gauntlet of magic, which is against the law. Completely against the law here. We had a couple incidents where some prisoners have escaped and have used these gauntlets to wreak terror upon everybody. But since then, since we've locked all of them up, the HoloLands has been living pretty peacefully. We started to rebuild families, villages, cities, and it's pretty good, but it doesn't hurt to talk about the past. Now, what we'll be talking about is a family favorite, a gauntlet that everyone tells stories about. The toxicology gauntlet, the toxic gauntlet. Now, I have the reporters in the studio. Hold on one second. It seems like they're ready. So without further ado, this has been No Reg 420XXX Blaze It. And I pass it on to you guys at the studio. Hey producer, we're running a little late over here. No one showed up yet. What can we do? Oh, I know. Can you forward it to definitely not OP at the weather? Yeah, that'll fill some time. Yeah. Forward over to definitely not OP. All right, this is Looge at the studio. Thank you, definitely not OP. That was beautiful, as always. Thank you for doing the weather. And that gave us enough time for our guests to appear. So, Orlando McLeod and Randy McGillicuddy. How are you guys doing tonight? I'm good. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. All right, so let's dig deep into the reason why we're here, and that's toxicology, obviously, right? So your first ability is Toxic Slap. I call it Toxic Slap. So what you do is, I believe you shoot 6 projectiles in a shotgun motion towards your enemy. To get the maximum damage out of something like this, you have to be very close to your enemy. Otherwise, you're going to hit him with 1 slap, and it's going to be 6 damage. It's nothing crazy. It's recommended to get an offhand for long range to mid range combat, but that's entirely on you. Every playstyle is different. Your next ability is going to be Toxic Cloud. So you essentially just throw a bomb and a cloud appears, right? So you can use this in multiple ways. You could use it as a smoke screen. You can use it offensively. It can combo into something called Dragonfire. What Dragonfire is if you throw out your Toxic Cloud and then throw a fireball at it, it does a ton of damage and it's ridiculous. Toxic also combos with wind. You can use wind hurricanes. You can throw it on ice puddles and make like toxic ice puddles. There's a lot you could do with it, so definitely experiment and see what you can find out. All right, guys, I think that covers it for the toxicology gauntlet. You guys have any other ideas or anything like that? My friend, you forgot the runes and you forgot the special talents for leveling up. There is a lot more than you are saying. Thanks, Orlando. You're right. There are levels and runes and talents too, which I guess you forgot. So personally, the way that I play toxicology is I always take runic fluency, which gives you two runic charges. You take fervor, which gives you attack speed, and then you have recovery, which heals you on damage, or you could take thirsty, which allows you to drink your potions faster. It depends on how you're feeling. It depends on the situation, and team comp as well, because you can have a team that has a good offense, so you can run back and drink real quick. It's all circumstantial. For the skill levels, there's 4. The first one is viscosity, which you're pretty much born with in Spellbreak. When you do your auto attack, you leave puddles on the ground, which you can then combo with other elements if you choose to. Your second talent is vanishing mists, which means when you run into your cloud, you will go invisible until you attack. Which it's a good gimmick, but it leads into your third ability, which is Outbreak. So with Outbreak, you do 75% extra toxic spray damage while you're invisible. So the idea is to go into your clouds, slap someone for massive damage, and try to be unpredictable with your movements. The more predictable you are, because you're so close to people, the easier it is for people to, counter you, do this, do that. Very easy. And your last ability is Spreading Sickness. That's level 4. So you'll throw out 3 toxic clouds, and then that's really it. So you can throw out 3 toxic clouds and invis through all 3. Now, mind you, be careful with your toxic clouds, because any smart pyro player or anyone that's carrying a fire gauntlet, which I've noticed seems to be very frequently, will counter you when you try to go through your cloud. They'll blow it up, so they'll dragon fire you, and you'll just lose about half your health and shield. It's ridiculous. As for runes, the top rune is going to be Shadow Step. When we were doing the playing, when Proletariat let us play the game a little early, Shadow Step was locked, so I'm not too sure if that's going to be coming out on release. The next thing is Dash, because it gives you mobility. Flight isn't bad. Spring Step seems very good at the moment. To be able to go over your enemy and slam down is very good. And as for that, I think we covered everything. The main thing about Spellbreak in general is just to be able to adapt, you have to have patience with the game. That's number 1. You can't go into the game thinking you're going to be the best. With any game, it's going to be a lot of trial and error and learning. Yeah, so I think I'm all done here, guys. Hey guys, we're going to have to cut it short. It's looking like somebody has broken out of the prison, released all the prisoners, and is taking all of the gauntlets. It seems like we are going back into a war. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stick around. We should get some footage of this fighting. And yeah, Spellbreak will be released September 3rd, and it will be free to play. And I also want to thank Proletariat for letting me have the opportunity to play the game a little early with some other content creators. And yeah, I hope to see you guys there.
I have broken my vow, and now I fight to break free. Roll through ya. Don't know where I'm going, rot in my core. Your hate means nothing, I hate myself more. What is this for? I can't take you to the top, cause you were not with me when I slept on the floor. So swan dive, hurricane washing my pain away. Swan dive, King Rain made a blade renegade. Swan dive, only boy staying gold, never change. Swan dive, full of hope, doing don't stay the same. You're right, I lied. I know that I can't erase my sins. I'm fine inside. So why can't I seem to let you in? Why can't I seem to let you in? Never really loved the man I've been. Never really kept my word, but I'll run away. Things caged and kept from you. Swan dive, hurricane washing my pain away. Swan dive, King Rain made a blade renegade. Swan dive, only boy staying gold, never change. Swan dive, full of hope, doing don't stay the same. Rapping about this, yeah, but what you know about this, yeah? Maybe I'll get rich, yeah, make my head split, yeah, and I don't even know you, yeah. Act like I owe you, yeah, but I done told you, yeah. Swan dive, roll through, yeah. Sick rapping about this, yeah, but what you know about this, yeah? Maybe I'll get rich, yeah, make my head split, yeah, and I don't even know you, yeah. Act like I owe you, yeah, but I done told you, yeah. Swan dive, roll through,